Hey.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, so let's turn on screen share.
How's your day been so far?
Been going pretty good. It's a Sunday, so pretty chill. Just chilling, watching Netflix with the girlfriend, coaching her a little bit.
How did the coaching go?
I'm pretty new to it, and also, yeah, as English isn't really my native language, it's been really strange, but I'm starting to get used to it. It's
Where are
pretty,
you from?
it's fun. I'm from Belgium,
Okay.
and I think you're from
Um,
Germany.
no, but
Oh.
you guessed it pretty well because I'm from Switzerland.
Oh, that's why,
So I
yeah.
speak German and I have French in school
Okay, cool.
and English as well. But Turkish is my native language.
Alright, great. So, okay, we've got your op.gg here. Um, you are an AD main, I think?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
I
great.
just don't have many ranked games because I often disconnect.
Yeah,
I'm bit, so I prefer to play ARAMs.
okay, I see.
But I can still improve even though I don't climb, if that makes sense to you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, and still, Gold 3 isn't really bad. That's already like top 20% or so. So it's.
OP.gg says it's 34, but yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty happy with it. But yeah, I would just like to
Alright.
improve
So,
in this game.
let's get into it. So this is where the game starts. Let's go full screen. There we go. Let's get to some action. Oh wait, so you're against Caitlyn Brand as Jinx Bard. Can you tell me what this means for you?
So I guess I'm going to get pushed in a lot and
Mm-hmm.
pressured.
Yeah. Okay.
Just try to avoid their poke
That's
to not
great.
get forced out of lane and try to CS farm safely under turrets and hope for a gank or something. Or if if Bart hits a nice stun to just follow it up.
Yep. Yeah, that's about it. Just avoid their poke. I might have gone for Doran's shield instead of the blade, just to get that extra sustain. Because it is Caitlyn with her long range and a Brand with easy poke. But as long as you don't get poked too often, then Doran's blade is fine. And the rest is just as you said, just like try to avoid their poke. They'll probably be pushing in, so your jungler might uh, play around bot lane if he's a good jungler. So let's see.
By the way, this game was just a stomp from the enemy team side, but
All right.
yeah, I think it's also important to know what to do when I'm behind.
Mhm.
So connect. So that's why I use this game.
Okay. So far, so good. Winning trades. Yeah, the reason why I thought you were from Germany is because it says Windows aktivieren in German. So,
Yeah. I just thought you may have thought of because of my accent,
mm,
but yeah,
alright.
Windows aktivieren is German.
Yeah.
You're correct.
And getting triple minions. That's great. Okay, so uh, let's back up until this point. So right after you kill this minion, you're gonna be level
Oh,
2 along with the bard, and they're still level 1. So this gives you a tiny bit of an advantage. Yes, you're poked out, but you both have like 2 abilities now and extra stats. So that means you can try and harass them a bit or zone them off minions.
yeah. The reason why I didn't go for it is just because I didn't want to walk up because I would just get hit by an auto attack, a Q, and a Brand's W. And if Bart doesn't pressure with me, I'll just be alone against those two. So
Yeah, that's true.
and my extra ability isn't really useful unless my support sets something up.
Ah, yeah, you took traps level 2. Okay, dodging the poke. Yeah, so far it's really just the usual pain in the ass against Caitlyn Brand.
Yeah, it's somewhat hard for me to like CS and keep focusing
Oh,
when there's like a lot of pressure.
okay, let's back it up because I think if you were fast enough, that yeah, you could have immediately used the traps on Caitlyn to get the CC train going, and that might have been a free kill then. I mean, she probably still has heal. Did she heal? I don't think
Mm,
she healed.
no, she didn't.
Okay, but even then it was probably still a free like heal flash or whatever you got out of it. So if the bard lands a stun, always try to immediately follow up with the traps.
One thing I also don't like is when the situation gets a little bit weird because of the positioning.
Hmm.
I know how this happens, like a situation like this, but weird, and I don't know how to handle the situation.
Well, this is more a situation like here. The bard could have made a portal because he's level 3. He should have. I think he has the ability. But apart from that, it's just matter of not being too scared. I mean, yes, the brand can stun you. He can land an ability and then use his Q to stun. But if you're confident in your ability to dodge it, I think especially since Kate is so low, I think you can win if you do dodge it, and you do still have flash. So if you get hit by an ability and the brand does Q and it's about to hit, you can still flash it and then maybe flash in this direction to kill the Caitlyn or whatever. I mean, Caitlyn still has flash as well, but there's no real reason for you to be scared at this point because it's a level 3 bard, you're level 3, Caitlyn is like 40% HP, and as long as you don't get hit by everything, this should be a free fight. Also, right now there are two options. You can let them push because they have more minions at this point. You can let them push and have the next wave crash about here or right in front of your turret, and then try to freeze. So they have to come up way further in order to farm. So it's a free gank for your jungler. You can set that up, or in case you want to fast push and then back for maybe a pickaxe or something, you can use your Q on the back of this wave and then try to fast push. But I don't think you'll be able to kill the wave fast enough to have it pushed under their turret and back. So I would have gone for slow pushing and let them push towards your turret and then try to freeze.
Okay.
so far this is actually what you're doing, so that's great. Okay, so you're not gonna be able to freeze, but that's okay. Oh. Yeah, that's annoying. Oh. Those are really good traps. Might be dangerous. Okay. Oh wow, Grand flashed. Oh, another flash. Uh, I yeah, I think if you just run in a straight line, he wouldn't have gotten that last auto attack off. And it might have been easier for you to dodge the Q then. But still, overall, it's really good. You got the Echo, you got Caitlyn flash, Brand flash. And you're ahead in CS, so it's all good. Caitlyn lives. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, so they're backing. I'd say now you can fast push this wave under their turret and maybe try and roam mid. It should be. Nah, it's not gonna be under their turret.
Yeah, I think I should have killed the melee minions first, so they start walking
Yeah.
sooner.
Oh. Okay,
I'm
so
lucky that he missed his Q, but that still was pretty bad.
yeah, so what's wrong with oh, wait, like what's wrong with this? Like at this point, is there any reason for you walking up?
I know, and the second bad thing is that I'm going into like a 2v1 because Bard is too far behind me.
Yes, exactly. So this probably lost you the next 2 minutes or even more, because now you're already half HP. Brand, if he lands another stun, you're probably dead. Alright, so far so good. Just farming in their tower. Oh,
I wasn't really sure where he's going, if he's going to stay and clear his chickens and red buff, or if he was just going to recall behind his tower, so I didn't want to waste my ult.
no, that's perfect. That's what I say to every student, to keep your abilities until you're at least 90% sure that you're gonna hit them.
Just watching around the map a little because I have to wait for them to push in.
Yeah. Yeah, so far you're playing the lane right, as in you're playing safe, you're just scaling. You easily outscale Caitlyn later on in the game, but the only like real bigger mistake I saw was you walking up and got bursted. But apart from that, it's just Caitlyn Brand being annoying.
I know what my jungler was waiting for there because the portal was set up and they knew she was coming, but she just waited till
Oh
like the last
no!
second.
Oh no, the Brand will. Okay. Okay, so let's back it up. At this point, I'd be like, okay. Um, but at the same time, if Shyvana goes for the Caitlyn and not for the Brand, I would back off because Caitlyn is just gonna kite the Shyvana. Brand the Bard isn't there, so if Shyvana went for Brand, then okay, it's an easy kill on Brand. But if she goes for the Caitlyn, yeah, there's no way you can help her to kill Caitlyn,
Yeah.
and she's just gonna get bursted. So after this kill, I would be like, okay, there's no way we can kill Caitlyn, so let's back off right now.
I mean, like, I would have killed her with my ultimate, but I didn't expect Echo to come, so.
Yeah, and that's why I back off, because right before the fight starts, that's when you also need to know, like, okay, here, so the fight starts. Uh, is this a 3v2? It might seem like it is because there's three of you in the lane and two of them. But if you look at the minimap, there's Talon mid, there's Quinn top lane, but where's the jungler? You have
I
no idea where the jungler is. So if you don't know where someone is, you should always assume the worst. In this case, Echo is bot lane.
I mean, like, I could have guessed that he was bot lane just because his red buff was up, so he would
Mhm.
go bot side. But in that situation, I wasn't even thinking about the map or
Yeah, I
if they're going to turn this or something. I just thought like we're going to get the brand, easy kill, push under the tower, and then get the Drake. But
yes.
it didn't turn out as I imagined it to turn out.
I mean, the possibility is there that Echo thought, okay, Shyvana is ganking bot lane, I can go for a Herald or something, or maybe invade the top side jungle of Shyvana. But I always learned that if someone's not there, if you can't see him on the map, you should always assume the worst scenario. So in this case, I'd be like, okay, Echo is bot 2, so unless we can insta-kill the Brand here, I would back off. And if I see Shyvana going for Caitlyn, I'd be like, okay, this fight is lost. I just let her die and just don't make things worse. So yeah, you kill the Brand here, but I'd still be thinking, okay, right now Echo should be coming for me, and he's probably already here. So if you run, uh, I mean, Caitlyn can, yeah, she can ult you and kill you, but I mean that's why I would have already backed off at this point when I noticed that she was going maybe a little earlier. Oh no, I'm screwing up. At this point, when I notice that she's going for the Caitlyn, I'd be like, okay, I can stay far back and try and go for the brand, but I'm not gonna commit on chasing them. Because if she's going for Caitlyn, she's just gonna get bursted and you lose a fight because it's now 2v3 for them because Echo. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Echo blocked it too.
I mean, like, I didn't expect to kill Caitlyn with my ult, but I had still a little hope that he might
Yeah, at that
just
point,
walk to the
when you
side or E to the side or
mhm,
something.
true, and suddenly she's 4-0. That's sad.
What tilted me after is that she could just like kill me with the Stormrazor slow over and over again without even trying to combo because I play some Caitlyn
Mhm.
and I really enjoy her because of the combos, and it seemed like that this guy didn't even know about the combos or something, or trying to place traps under me when I'm trying to CS or something.
Yeah, but
So
if you're
it's
that fed,
a little bit
it's
more that she won or was way stronger than me without knowing her champion.
yeah, I get that. Yeah, if you're fed like that, it doesn't really matter if you can play the champion or not.
Yeah,
Oh, that's unfortunate. That's where like
yeah,
everything went wrong.
yeah. It was bad already, but then he came, Bart missed his stun,
Yeah,
and I forgot about the movement speed of his W, so
yeah.
I walked too far and died to the Kate ult.
I mean, you could have avoided it by backing off sooner, but at the same time, it's a Talon. He's mobile as shit, and the Bard missed stun. He could have used his R to save you, but I mean, not really
I
much you
know,
can do.
as AD carry, it feels like out of 4 games, 3 of them I'm going to get 4-man, and in the fourth game I'm going to get 4-man help from my team.
Yeah,
Always feel like it's hitting me instead of the enemy.
I get that frustration, and a carry has so little impact in the game. So I'm hoping they're gonna buff the role,
Yeah,
but
me too.
I'm not gonna
But
get my
then it
hopes up.
would be too busted in pro play, and it would be
Yeah.
just boring to watch. So it's never going to happen.
Yeah, so at this point, Caitlyn has 4 kills. You're behind, so this is gonna be a rough one because you can outscale, but at the same time, their Caitlyn brand they can snowball so hard now.
I don't know how he again misses that ult. Not ult, but that Q.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
but it's fine. I mean it's good that you didn't make it worse. So if your support is inting, like in this case, it's just like suiciding. It's good that you back off and don't be like you're not like okay now I can kill the Caitlyn because some players do they're like okay my support is inting, I should help them, and that's not the case.
So another issue that I wanted to address, because that's something I realized in this game, is that I don't know when or where to CS in the mid game. I know if I should be like going bot lane or alone or grouping up with my team, and sometimes I don't even find sources, waves, jungle camps, or something to farm.
Okay, so
So I'm just like there sitting around, just doing nothing, or sometimes I'm missing team fights because I'm CSing up.
yeah. I mean, at this point, you're not gonna win team fights. So if you're not joining team fights, then that's actually the better play. Because in mid game, you do want to go for the free money, and you have to ask yourself, how and where can I get money without the risk of dying?
Why the fuck did she ult?
And probably in this case, I would indeed go bot lane and just wait for Caitlyn to push the wave and get the minions under the tower. Mid lane was also a possibility, um, but I mean, this is fine. So in general, it's just a matter of asking yourself, how can I get quick and easy money? And if it's winning team fights, then sure, group and go for a team fight.
This game
But
was
if it's farming side waves, then go for that. Just as long as you're sure that you're not going to die by trying to get that money.
So yeah, at the end of the game, they're just going to get the Dragon Soul and win the game. Holy wild.
Also, I don't really know about AP Shyvana, but
Rare one.
I don't like it.
Yeah, me neither. Because she becomes a champion if she ults. During that, I mean like 30 seconds or what it is, she's a champion. And for the rest, when her ult is on cooldown, she's just the champion.
There we go. And another free kill for Caitlyn. So, okay, let's back it up until this point. Like, in this situation as well, Caitlyn is fed. She has a Storm Razor, so there's no real reason for you to be here. I would just like go to the turret, wait for minions, and then get the free farm. But right now yeah, she's going for you. She got the slow Q. You have to heal, and now she's almost killed you, so you're forced to back. But if you didn't get chunked out, you probably could have just farmed under the tower. So this is another like 150 gold or so that you're missing.
That's also a way to feed Caitlyn. Yeah.
And that's especially bad if you want to scale and farm up.
I guess if I have better enough, my teammates also want to feed her. I guess it's their turn.
Yeah, and this is way better, just waiting for the minions to come for you.
So, you know, the issue lies with me. The issue with me lies is that. So at this point, I somewhat knew that the game was over. Hard pressure. Because they're just going to get the Drake Soul and slowly win the game.
Yeah.
The only person in our team that scales. If you get like fed with Jinx, but I'm massively behind. Support that gives you some good setups, then it's easy. Our team doesn't seem to have like a great team fight unless we get like a pick or a good Bard ult, which I don't expect him to hit after I saw him play lane phase.
That's true.
So I didn't
mean,
know
Renekton
what
still
to do at
scales
all.
though.
Was he? I thought he was just like a early game bully that destroys the lane and gets somewhat useless.
Okay, this is fine. Oh.
I'm sorry for you, Bard. Yeah.
Still, overall, this was a pretty good fight.
Holy, how long is she going to tank my auto attacks? I expected to kill her in time before she kills me because I had the health advantage, but
Oh, yeah, I didn't expect her to live that long.
Wait. So let's go back. I
Holy
definitely
how...
wouldn't have flashed.
Holy, how long...
I would have just kept walking up, and maybe she would have gotten greedy, and then you would still have flash to make kind of an outplay to dodge the net or the Q or whatever, and you had still had Renekton for backup as well. But if you flash right in her face and she turns on you, there's no real way for you to disengage. So
yeah, I know.
now, I
But
mean, I'd still take this trade. It's still worth like 1 for 1 for Fed Caitlyn against you. So it's still kind of worth, but you could have saved your flash for next fight.
I was like,
Holy, how
it's
long is she going
now or
to tank
never. I
my auto
either get the
attacks?
shutdown, and, and I get the kill and I don't die,
Oh, yeah, I didn't
or
expect her to
it's
live that long.
just also going to go bad, as the game has been so far, and
I'm
it's going
really
to end there.
underestimating her.
Yeah.
At
Um,
least we got the mid
when
lane
you're
kill.
at one point, you have to take the risk before you're going to
Just a few
just bleed
items.
out.
And a good team fight, and
You
you
get
guys will hopefully seal
what
the
I
deal.
want to say?
Um,
I guess I shouldn't
yes,
have
but
blue
at the
ward.
same time, as an AD carry, and especially as a hyper carry, um, I would be like, my priority would be to stay as safe as possible, get the risk of dying as low as possible, just go for the free plays and try and scale up, like trying to go for turtle mode, um, and waiting for the late game, because Jinx late game is really is just a monster, especially if the Bard lands a good R and you can trap like 2 or 3 people in a team fight, and you get that one first kill to get that adrenaline boost, whatever her passive is, then you can just stomp them all late game in team fights. And in order to
I
get
know
that,
what
I
to
would
farm.
stay as safe as possible, just get the free farm. Um, I mean, you shouldn't really give
You,
too many
I think I'm
objectives
going
for
to
free,
farm top lane.
but at the same time,
Another
like
issue
flashing
is that
for a
I
kill
don't know when
that you're
or
not
where
sure
to
you're
farm.
gonna get
Sometimes I
is
will
risky.
be farming
Yeah,
alone
okay, I
when
get
I
that.
shouldn't be, when I should be grouping, and sometimes I'll just be um, walking around and doing nothing because I can't find creeps to kill. And yeah, I'm dead.
Uh-oh. Yeah, okay. So,
Because I can't find. And
um,
sometimes I'll just
at this point, I would be like, okay, Talon is here. Talon is an assassin. He can kill me in a matter of seconds. Um, just go to the Renekton and have his stun ready for if Talon tries to go for you.
be.
But you standing around here doesn't really do much. There's no chance of you getting these golems. You can't farm these minions because you're just simply too far away. So at this point you're actually just doing nothing really.
Um, Walking around
Only
and doing nothing
putting
because I
yourself
can't
at risk for
find
dying. So right as you're watching this fight, Talon is going for you. So that's kind
creeps to
of
kill.
unfortunate.
And yeah, I'm dead.
But you shouldn't really have been there.
Yeah.
I don't know what Bard is doing.
Oh, he deals some damage. Sad.
Wait, how did he get there?
CS behind, or 34 CS.
Yeah, now it's gonna be really
Back,
hard to
so
come
I
back.
grab some.
And this is how I want you to fight. Just go for the free hits, and if they're going for you, just back off. Oh no,
Oh,
it's so great.
Razor.
Yeah, I told you, the Stone Racer screwed me hard.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck Storm Razor. Slow really can't
But
be off
overall, that fight was well played.
I know I'm confident about my like 5v5 team fight ability if I have like an actual front line.
Yeah.
But I'm not really confident in lane, or especially I'm not confident when I'm behind.
Okay. Yeah, this is just still a matter of
Where is their team?
trying to get that free money.
Are they on Baron?
I was thinking that they might be at Baron because no one is on
Where
the
are
map,
they?
but
Did they all
They were.
reset?
they didn't start it, so yeah.
I mean, Caitlyn is there. Talon as well.
Then I think my Bard dies.
Yeah. See ya. Okay, that's good.
I wasted my traps. Let's go to over here. Oh no, he's gone.
Nice. Okay, yeah, Storm Razor Caitlyn is really annoying. So at this point, I would go for Rocket Form and just hit the minions. It gives you a range advantage and just a matter of farming faster, like getting the wave cleared faster. Okay, now you have Infinity Edge. This is where you
Oh, I
can
got
start and
some damage.
try and do damage. There we go.
Oh, the
Oh,
fucking Storm Razor slow.
Yeah, that Storm Razor is really annoying.
Holy. This Caitlyn
By the
has
way,
deep
what
combo.
AD
She's
carries
just
do you play
auto-attacking me
yourself?
down. No need to combo if she can just auto-attack me. But no shit. She has like 13 kills. Are you a mage?
This actually just all goes back to the early game in lane. If Caitlyn didn't really get fed that hard, then it would have been a whole different game.
Right, where did they go?
And that's how Caitlyn brand actually shines. It's just like getting those early kills and snowballing off them.
And how does Jinx Bard shine?
Well, it depends. If Bard hits his stuns and get good R's off, then you can also like combo and go for an all-in. With Bard stun, then you trap and get a CC train off. By the time they can like move again, nice. By the time they can move again, they should be dead. But in this case, Bard really didn't do much. So then it's just your job to not make things worse and farm safely. Get as much CS as possible, just outscaling without the risk of dying, and you did that pretty well, apart from like
Are they? They're
two-ish mistakes where you walked
the
up too
Drake's
far
off.
for no reason.
Yeah,
And
when
those two
I-
mistakes were actually kind of enough for them to snowball off you as well.
Yeah, when I fight it, or not fight, but when I tried to kill the Crocs, and when I exchanged auto attacks with Caitlyn.
Yes. There was also one time against
Oh my
the
god, we got the
brand
top turret.
when you could like
Enter flash.
burst it down to
Actually.
like
Ah, yeah, in the early game.
But
yeah,
was that
Yeah, I
in the early
remember.
game.
An ally has been slain.
they'll
So
get
it's about
burned
3
because
times
they
that you
have
walked up
bitten the top
for no
priority
real
and we
reason,
can't contest.
and that's like enough to not be able to come
Flash
back.
or am I just blind?
Okay. This is good.
Die. Bitch.
There we go.
Just fucking die.
This
Yeah,
might be
that's-
the comeback you need, but as he told me, this is a loss. So this,
Yeah,
yeah.
we just chased him too far because
Mhm.
he was just really unlucky with
He can't.
his
Uh,
Dragon Soul saving him and his mobility.
yeah.
And then the fight got split off, and
lost us the fight. We
Bart
were
died
just
as well.
winning.
And then, which I didn't expect at all because I didn't really see her the whole game, Quinn showed up and she just
Fight now.
ran me down. Like I didn't
Okay.
even see her. So wasted my heal, which I shouldn't have.
Been slain.
Okay, yeah, but still you got the shutdown. I don't know how Bard died.
We're going to win.
Like the fight got split off.
There.
It was
Okay.
like Bart and Fizz against Echo,
He can't.
but the Echo somehow.
Oh, and Quinn was bot lane too. Okay.
Now I suck and lost us the fight. We were just winning.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy for me to say now to like back off after killing
They'll get
Caitlyn. Like here you killed Brand, that's amazing.
die.
Killing the Caitlyn, you got the shutdown.
Yeah,
That's
the
great.
950 gold.
So now for me, because I know what's about to happen, it's easy for me to say, okay, after killing Caitlyn, you should have backed off. But I think I would have been greedy as well. I would have started chasing as well. I would have made like the same mistake. Apart maybe from here, right here, I would be like, okay, whatever, he's gone. I wouldn't have used my
He
R
can't.
because it's not. I wouldn't have been 90% sure that it's gonna hit. So I would been like, okay, my team needs help bot lane, so I'm probably gonna head over there. Maybe the safe way through mid lane and then going like here in the back.
By the way, if you want to like continue coaching and upload it on YouTube, you should try to get like a program where you have, or you can have like a pen and draw stuff.
Ah, yeah,
And
I do have it. I forgot it. I do have Epic Pen.
I mean, I think there are just like a few commands to like draw and to
Yeah.
delete and stuff. So because I don't see your cursor at all, but
Oh, okay, I see.
when you're talking, I understand what you mean. So
Okay. No, I mean I do
It
have
doesn't
Epic
just-
Pen. I just forgot to use it. Like here I can draw
Yeah.
things, but yeah, I forgot it. There we go.
So what ADCs do you main?
I
I
guess
main.
Like,
I have been maining Draven for a few seasons.
Yeah,
Um,
it shows
and
how I
is
played.
great, but at the same time I
And
kind of get
you learn the
frustrated
best
when I get
losing
camped and my
not to
jungler
win.
does nothing about it because that's just being Draven, and playing with a Draven means you should help him
play
snowball.
around him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if people don't do that, I get tilted quite often, so that's why I
Oh,
kind of
somewhat.
kind of
Somewhat.
changed from Draven to playing. I like Lucian, I like Twitch, and I like Kai'Sa now.
Okay.
So I'm playing those three. I mean, Draven is still my all-time favorite, but I don't really like playing him in solo queue just because if people don't play around me, I get mad.
Understandable.
And I mean, they shouldn't always play around me because there are games where I just solo win lane. and then it's okay. But if I have like 400 stacks and my jungler just ignores me, that's when I get tilted.
Yeah, I get that.
But he's fun. It's a fun
Like,
champion.
I just never started playing Draven because I feel like it would be too much for me to try
Mm.
to play the lane or to try to team fight and always catch these axes.
Yeah.
And also, I guess, there are like a few tricks with his E to interrupt some stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Yeah, I do like using E for interrupting like Fiddle R. When he's still channeling it, you can interrupt it with your E. I like it for when actually anyone with a dash, Rengar, Kha'Zix, Tryndamere, Diana, when they're all going for you, if you time your E right, you can cancel that dash.
yeah.
I like outplaying those champions. So yeah, okay, for this game, uh, key pointers would probably be um, the walking forward for no reason. I know it's only 3 times that it happened, but 3 times are enough to have the enemy snowball to a point that there's no coming back from it. A second thing would be, and that's only happened 1 time, I think, but it would be when a fight starts. Always look at the minimap, see who's missing, and if people are missing, you should always assume that they're coming for you. And actually, apart from those pointers, I don't really have much to say about this game, just because I believe that if you didn't die because of those mistakes, I believe it would have been possible for you to come back, because even late game you actually got a pretty good pick on the Brand and the Caitlyn, and I for a second I thought that it would be your way, that this would have been your moment to come back into the game, but apparently it wasn't. So I think it would have been way easier if you didn't die like those 4 times.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So, anyways,
mhm.
thanks for your time.
No problem.
I
I
I
hope it
appreciate it.
helped.
Keep on watching your videos. I hope someday I'll get as high as you and we'll like discuss AD carry things together or something.
Yeah, of
But yeah,
course. I mean, practice makes perfect.
first
And
of all,
if you want another coaching session, just hit me up and I will arrange one.
okay, thanks.
All right. Good luck and see ya.